I'm going to say it this way. I couldn't agree with all of y'all's points. 100% agree. But we got to give the Eagles credit because here's the deal. Travis Kelce, from last year, he had 12 explosive plays after 9 games. He's got 4 this year, right? So everybody understands you take Travis Kelce out of the game, it's going to be a much different game.
Yes.
Guess what they did last night to A.J. Brown, who, by the way, is an MVP candidate for the NFL. He had 1 catch for 8 yards. You know who else stood up? Swift stood up. You know who else stood up? Devontae Smith stood up. Give them dudes credit about what they did. The Eagles knew we're going to triple team him. That's the one that you have the drop on for the touchdown. They triple teamed Travis Kelce, understanding if we take him out of the game, the other guys won't beat us. The Eagles find ways to beat you. Give them credit for what they do. They find ways to make plays, whether it's give Swift the ball, whether it's the tush push, whether it's Jalen Hurts pulling it down. All of a sudden, they're going to run the ball because they're getting McDuffie blitzing off the edge from Spagnuolo's defense. They understand how to counteract whatever this team is doing. And the problem for the Chiefs is those other players aren't showing up with answers to the test. The Eagles are. So at some point, you got to give credit to Devontae Smith making that catch deep in the game. You got to give him credit for running the football and making things happen. You got to give him credit for putting pressure on Patrick Mahomes. Now, from the Chiefs' perspective, I think the biggest indictment of them is at the trade deadline. We all saw this happening.
Yes.
Why don't you go get a receiver? Go get a dude, man. Like Howie Roseman got Roby and Bradley Roby, and he got Kevin Byard in the last month. By the way, Byard had the pick in the end zone, and Roby punched the ball out. Right. You got 2 dudes that have been there for a month that just made plays. Last year, Roseman goes out and gets A.J. Brown. Like, he finds ways to make his team better. I love Brett Veach and what he's done, but at some point, you saw the writing on the wall. Sky Moore's not doing it. Rice is coming along, but very few second-round picks in the end are going to be that guy their first year. They got to find ways for these second-round picks.
Darius Toney had progressed like we thought
he had a decent game last night, but they have got to find ways. Everybody understands the relationship between Kelce and Mahomes. But, man, you know this. Hall of Fame, the easiest position to take out of your game plan is tight end.
Yes.
On the one to Watson, the touchdown, the very first play, he bracketed in the end zone. He's triple teamed. He's double teamed. Because their speed, he can't get over the top. They understand he's got to throw the ball somewhere else. Right. So everybody else is playing man, and let's go make it happen.